Welcome back, YouTubers, to another video with me, James Morehouse. Now, this is the first video that I'm going to be doing on the IWWS channel, and it's also going to be available on my channel as well. So whichever one of those channels you're watching this on, welcome to my review, to my predictions of WWE Survivor Series. Survivor Series is Sunday, and so far 5 matches have been announced, so not a bad looking card, especially with the fact that this one's probably going to take quite a bit of time. So I'm just going to go through the matches and predict my winners for this Sunday, and then obviously after the pay-per-view we'll see how well I did. First of all, the United States Championship will be on the line as Cesaro defends against R-Truth. Now, R-Truth has kind of been in the tag team division for a little bit, and ever since losing the tag title to Kane and Daniel Bryan 2 months ago, R-Truth's kind of been just drifting around from thing to thing. Now it seems like they're actually putting him into a feud with Cesaro, which is good because it actually gives something for Cesaro to actually do, and the same for R-Truth. Cesaro, ever since winning the title, I've kind of felt that Cesaro's kind of had a few meaningless kind of filler matches and not really had a proper storyline to go along with that title, so at least it looks like that's what they're doing here. And I'd like to see this feud continue because, well, there's not really that many credible mid-carders in WWE anymore, so Antonio Cesaro does need that kind of credible mid-carder to feud with for the United States title, so it looks like that's going to be R-Truth. I really don't care who wins this one because I like them both, but because I'd like to see this feud continue, I suppose it could continue if Cesaro loses as well, but to build Cesaro up just a little bit more with that US title, so his title reign can just mean a little bit more, because at the moment Cesaro is kind of just gone from, you know, low-level mid-carder to low-level mid-carder without a real feud, and that's really what this title reign's kind of lacked. So to have him drop the title in his first real feud since winning the title wouldn't really make a lot of sense, so Cesaro to win this one. Next we've got the Divas title match between Eve and Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn won the Battle Royal beat Layla on Raw this Monday to become the #1 contender for the Divas title, and will now face Eve. Now, I've heard that Eve will be leaving WWE soon to have some time off. I don't know whether those rumours are true or not. But on top of which, Kaitlyn hasn't really been shown to be that credible kind of Divas title contender, and Eve is just kind of, she represents the same old shit really with WWE, whereas Kaitlyn has got kind of this fresh new face that kind of needs to be pushed so that we can have that sense of new, which is why I'd like to say Kaitlyn will win this, but WWE does like to stick to the same old shit, so I'm going to go with Eve, and I really hope I'm wrong here. Next we come to the match that has really intrigued me, not just with the fact that they've taken out Ryback and CM Punk and put in Dolph Ziggler, but it's this little element over here, the final member of the face team, which is The Miz. Apparently this is the first step towards a face turn for The Miz, which is something I was asking for since kind of mid-2011, when I felt that Miz should have turned face just after Money in the Bank 2011, which they never really capitalised on. To me that made a lot of sense, turning face there, but it looks like they're going to do it here. We've got Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett, Alberto Del Rio, Damien, Sandow, and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes kind of up in the air at the moment of whether he will compete because he had that injury on the main event. We don't know how serious of an injury it is. All we know is that he hurt his shoulder, I think it was, and his neck. We don't know if Cody Rhodes is actually going to compete. We've got Randy Orton, Kofi, Kingston, Daniel Bryan, Kane, and The Miz on the face team. In terms of who needs the victory in this, we've got Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett, I guess The Miz. If Cody Rhodes does compete, it would make sense for Rhodes and Sandow to eliminate Kane and Daniel Bryan to try and build towards that tag team title match that should take place at TLC. Maybe have Kane, after he's eliminated, chokes on these two to get them eliminated. Wade Barrett has been kind of pushed, and then kind of stopped, so he does need that big win like he got last year to really put him over. Can argue whether or not that did any good. Dolph Ziggler, obviously the Money in the Bank winner, will be cashing that in very soon, so he obviously needs the win here. On the face side of things, I can really only see The Miz needing a win in this one. I mean, Randy Orton is an established star. Kane and Daniel Bryan, they really shouldn't win. As much as I like them, a loss will do a lot more to build towards future pay-per-views. Kofi Kingston, since winning the title, has been on a roll, so he could suffer a loss in this one and still have that. So The Miz is really the only one who needs it. But simply because I know what the WWE's booking is like, it's probably going to be Randy Orton getting the win. Which obviously would mean the face team pick up the victory. Now, if the face team do pick up the victory, it should be The Miz getting the win. It'll probably be Randy Orton because I know what the WWE's booking style is like, but it's going to be the faces who win this one. Next we've got a World Heavyweight title match, The Big Show versus Sheamus. Now, as I understand, this is probably going to be the last match between these two, which, the match at Hell in a Cell was good, but feud shouldn't really continue beyond this. Rumour is that Dolph Ziggler is going to be cashing in Money in the Bank on the winner of this shortly after the Survivor Series. So really their choices are for cashing on the Big Show and either Big Show or Ziggler turn face, or cashing on Sheamus and nobody switches. Which is why I'm a bit undecisive about this one, because I mean, Dolph Ziggler's a great heel. Big Show can't really go back face shortly after turning heel with all the stuff that happened over the summer. And Sheamus, if he gets the title back just to lose it to Ziggler, I mean, that's an unnecessary extra title, and they should have just had Sheamus retain it Hell in a Cell and then have Ziggler cash in Money in the Bank. But I'm going to go with the Big Show in this one, because it makes more sense to me to have it be the Big Show that Dolph Ziggler cashes in on, because it's less of a unnecessary title change. Next we've got this WWE title match, CM Punk versus John Cena versus Ryback. What should happen in this one, now what should happen and what does happen could be two entirely different things. My phone's going off. CM Punk should retain the title, which should lead to CM Punk versus Cena or CM Punk versus Ryback at TLC. Maybe in a table match if it's Ryback, so I don't see Ryback being in a ladder match. What might happen is that WWE will put the title on Cena or put the title on Ryback just to lose it to Punk at TLC. If I were booking the WWE, I would have Punk lose it to Cena or Ryback now, have them lose it to The Rock at Royal Rumble, and have CM Punk win it back at WrestleMania. That's what I would book. But it seems that the WWE wants to go down Cena versus Rock 2, which, whether or not you think that's a good idea, I personally don't, is probably the route they're going to go down with that. So CM Punk will likely leave TLC as the WWE champion. Whether or not he walks into the TLC as the WWE champion remains to be seen. And if he does, if Punk is the one who's going to lose the title to The Rock at the Rumble, he needs to retain the title here and retain it at TLC. So whether or not I think WWE are going to do what's right, or whether they're just going to find this as an opportunity to give Cena or Ryback a short title reign, you can be the judge for yourself. I'm probably giving WWE too much credit here, but I have said that for the last few pay-per-views and it's turned out to be the case. Simply because this needs to happen. If Punk's going to be the one to lose the title to The Rock at the Royal Rumble, then CM Punk needs to retain to give him that 14-month title reign heading into the Rumble. So those are my predictions for this pay-per-view. Antonio Cesaro to retain the United States Championship against R-Truth. Eve to retain the Divas title against Kaitlyn, which I'm very sad about. The faces to beat the heels on the Elimination tag team match. Big Show to retain the title over Sheamus. I don't see Dolph Ziggler cashing in Money in the Bank at Survivor Series itself. And CM Punk to retain the WWE title against John Cena and Ryback. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment in the comment section below. If you haven't already, subscribe up above. If you're watching this on my channel, go subscribe to the IWS. If you're watching this on the IWS channel, go subscribe to my personal channel. Links to both will be in the description box, obviously. Link to my channel will be in the description box if you're watching this on the IWS channel. And the link to the IWS channel will be in the description box if you're watching on my channel. Drop a comment in the comment section below. like this video, share me on Facebook, share me on Twitter, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.